Coming up this week on Virginia Dirt Pirate. It is a fairly large caliber musket ball. A little bit larger than the little ones I usually find. This may very well be a part of a cufflink. Interesting design on it. This looks to me like knee buckle, but if not, it's part of some kind of a buckle. It couldn't be a coin, could it? Hello everyone, Ken here with another episode of Virginia Dirt Pirate. This week I'm going to be heading back to the same place I was at last week where I found the colonial period site. I'm heading back to an iron patch that I discovered last week, but I didn't really have enough time to investigate it because it was getting late and I had to get going. But I'm going to do a little bit of poking around. It's in pretty close proximity to the other place, so I'm kind of keeping my fingers crossed that this might be another colonial period site. But anyhow, I'm going to do a little bit of poking around. Hopefully we'll find a home site, dig up a few nails, and maybe we can nail down a timeline for this site. Okay, here we are, approaching the area where the iron patch is. We're going to spend some time here, give this area a really good hunt. I think it's a clean signal. Deep too. It's like 5 bars down. Maybe. We'll see. Let me see if I can figure it out. It was deep. It was very deep. And I see it right here. I see it right here. Yep. It is a fairly large caliber musket ball. A little bit larger than the little ones I usually find. That's cool, and that's a very good sign. Rather interesting looking musket ball. For a minute I thought it was a ball button, but it's not. It is a musket ball. Pretty good size one. Okay, I think we might be onto something here. Let's find out. Another deep one. Looks like a clean signal. So let's check it out. Yep. Way down. Way down. And I kicked it out over here. I think I see it. I think I see it. Let's find out. That it? I'll be damned. What the hell is that? Are you kidding me? That's crazy, man. What the hell? That is a shotgun shell, right? Yep. Oh my gosh. What the hell was that doing way down there? That's really odd looking too. Oh well. Very low tone. Let's try it for the hell of it. Still could be a shotgun shell. Okay. Alright. This looks like button, or maybe part of a cufflink. I don't know. That's interesting. Obviously old. Okay. Let me clean this up a little better and take a look at it. All right, I'm willing to call it right now. We've got another site, another early site, and I know it's early enough to not be on the 1820 map. And it is scattered all throughout this thicket right here. So this is something I'm going to have to be working on for a while. Okay, well now this is interesting. I don't know what's going on here, whether this could be a cufflink, I guess. But it looks very much like a button. This may very well be a part of a cufflink. Interesting design on it underneath something. I don't know what. I'm gonna have to clean this up better when I get home. Yeah, this area is gonna have to be hunted really well. I can see that. Looks like another fairly deep one. Let's check that out. Okay. That is what was making that noise, and that looks like knee buckle. That looks like knee buckle. That is a very good sign. I'm going to clean it up a little bit. It looks like it has a design on it. I'll bet you anything that's what it is. It's knee buckle. All right, let me clean it up. Nice design. Very nice design. This looks to me like knee buckle, but if not, it's part of some kind of a buckle. I can almost guarantee you that. You got it's on one side, not on the other side. I'm gonna clean it up a little bit more when I get home, but I can almost guarantee you that that's at least some kind of buckle, probably knee buckle. Definitely an iron patch here. We got that. 3 bars down. All right, let's try it. See what we got. Looks like more lead. It was in that range. Okay. Can't tell what that was. It looks like whatever it was, it smacked into something. All right. Put the big coil back on again. That looks pretty good. Looks pretty deep. All right, let's see what we got. It's out. Should be right around there somewhere. Okay. Let's see what we got. Come on. It was nice and deep. It was definitely deep. Not extremely deep, but deep. Too deep to be a shotgun shell, right? Where the heck is this thing? Okay. Just heard it. There it is. All right. Ah, come on. No shotgun shell. Where the heck is it? Uh-oh, did I just toss it? I just tossed it. Oh my God, are you kidding me? No. What the hell? Okay. 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 I don't feel a shank. Well, isn't that interesting? This got to be a button, though. It couldn't be a coin. Could it? Okay, let me do some cleaning. Yeah, just a generic flat button, but I think it's a pretty early one. I don't see any sign of any back mark. This very well could be a very late 1700s, maybe early 1800s flat button. All right, I'll take it. All right, another solid deep one. Let me see if I can get it before the GoPro dies. I think it's out. I think it is. See if I can find it really quick. There it is. I see it. I see it. Okay, and we have a little tomback. We have a little tomback button. Okay. Alrighty. Seems to be plenty of them around here. At least I think it's a tomback. Yeah, it's a tomback. It's a tomback. Only tombacks look like that. Okay. Here's something else deep. Literally 5 feet from where I just dug up the tomback button. I think I might be onto something here. Very interesting. It is out. Let's see what we've got. That is not it. For a minute I thought it was a musket ball. Are you kidding me? Is that a shotgun shell? Are you kidding me? No, it's not a shotgun shell. I don't think. Is that it? Yes, indeed. Huh. What the heck is that? Musket ball? Maybe it is a musket ball. That would probably be the most likely answer. Slammed into something? Maybe? I don't know. Alright, let me clean it up a little bit. I have no clue what this is. It is starting to crumble a little bit. It almost looks like it's like lead pewter. It's not a button. I don't think it's a ring or something, but whatever it is, it rang up fairly low. Well, it didn't ring up that low. Huh. Alright. I'll bring it home, see if I can't figure it out. Alright, starting to get late. I'm going to go ahead and call it. But obviously we have a colonial period site here. And unfortunately a lot of it is covered with a blackberry thicket. But I have had some luck. And things are kind of scattered. I think they were farming this little toe slope here, which kind of runs from that big tree down there all the way up in that direction. And I think this is where the homestead was, somewhere up in here. And at some point they just plowed it into the ground, because there's a huge iron patch here, but it's scattered. It's scattered all over the place, and there's little bits and pieces of things, and buckles and buttons and musket balls and all kinds of things. So it's going to take some work, but it'll give me something to do during turkey season. All right, time for the weekly wrap-up, and a very interesting hunt this week. Very interesting. I went back and checked out that iron patch that I had found a couple of weeks ago, and sure enough, it appears to be a very old site that goes back into the colonial period. Based on the nails that I found there, appears to be a mix of rosehead nails and possibly what looks like type A cut nails. And those would have been from the early 1800s up until I think about 1830. So this site was probably occupied maybe mid to late 1700s into the early 1800s. So very interesting. Found some interesting stuff there. Not a lot of large things, a lot of small stuff this week. Several what looked like musket balls. This one slammed into something. This one here is in pretty good shape. Pretty good size musket ball. This thing here, I don't know what is going on here. First I thought it was a musket ball, but it appears to be something made of lead pewter. It's not a button. I'm almost wondering if it was a ring or something. I don't know, but it definitely appears to be made of the same type of material that I find lead pewter buttons made of. Also found this. This is a cufflink, and it has a very interesting design, which is underneath some sort of material. I'm not sure what that is, but that's very cool. I don't find a lot of cufflinks, so that was fun. Also found a tomback button. I find tomback buttons almost every time I go out lately. Even in places where there shouldn't be tomback buttons. Probably the most interesting thing that I found this week was this. Now this, when I first found it, I was like, oh, well that's about the right size for a maybe for a knee buckle, or it might have been the end of a shoe buckle or something. You know, but look at the shape of it. Look at the end of it. And it's not curved like you would find with a shoe buckle or a knee buckle. And I couldn't help but noticing the resemblance to a spectacle buckle. So I was almost wondering if this was maybe a large spectacle buckle, which would be very cool. I would love to find the rest of it. It's a very interesting design. I'm not sure if that's what it is, but I'm kind of suspicious now about it. Anyhow, this site is it's a site where I'm not going to have to worry about turkey hunters, so I'm going to be there for several weeks, at least during spring turkey season. The site is on a low toe slope leading down to a creek, and it appears that the home was on the crest of the toe slope. Unfortunately, it's covered by a large blackberry patch, so it is rather difficult to hunt. But given the fact that I'm going to have some time, I will be out there probably the next 2-3 weeks, seeing if I can figure this place out. Anyhow, if you like what you saw today, please like, share, and subscribe. And remember, dig it all, fill in your holes, and leave nothing but footprints.